Are you your biggest critic? Do you find that perfectionism seems to continue to creep into your world? Well, I think real bravery actually comes when you can finally face yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, perfectionism doesn't have a role in my life. It doesn't exist. It's actually masking a bit of self sabotage, really. Let's be honest, because the moment you set yourself up for perfectionism, that's a false belief that you're trying to say. It's a delusion, quite frankly. And when you're brave enough to be able to face that perfectionism head on, that's when you really actually start to bring in self love, self growth. You start to value who you are as a human being and all your imperfections. Now, when I was a child, let's be honest, when I was in my 20s too, perfectionism just seemed to be part of me. It was a badge of honor. But as I started to realizing that perfectionism tends to suck the air out of a room, and even though you might get 99% with something, test for example, you're focused, you're so hyper focused on that 1%. And what did I do wrong to deserve that? That's where your life starts to unravel in that space. If you can't focus on the good things you've done, then maybe you need to have a look at why self sabotage is so big in your world through perfectionism. Perfectionism is something that can be healed. When you get underneath that perfectionism, really start to look at the fears that lie beneath it, that's when personal growth really starts to kick in. My wish for you is to become a reformed perfectionist.